Good evening. Good evening. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. How's everybody doing out there? Today is Monday, June the 9th, 2025. We got some price movement going on currently. I'm not gonna be too long today, but we're gonna get into it. But how's everybody doing out there on this Monday? What's up, Scott? Shout out to you. If y'all just joining, make sure y'all smash that like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. If y'all missed me live streaming earlier today, I was doing some live practice trading futures. So if y'all caught that, y'all press 1 in the chat if y'all caught that. Oh, what's up, Malcolm? Shout out to you. What's up? What's up? What's up? Appreciate y'all joining. What's up, ZZ? Shout out to you. ZZ, you should be the operator yourself now. You should be the operator now. You should have the skill set to start being your own operator. But nah, I appreciate y'all joining. We currently got XRP trading at 231. Yesterday when I went live, we wanted to determine a bias, a weekly bias. A lot of y'all said y'all wanted to see price go higher. And so far, that's playing out in the markets. We got Stellar or XLM trading at 27 cents. We got XDC, which was at a discount. That was pretty much the cleanest discount out of all the assets. And that was my signal for crypto as far as accumulation. But XDC trading at 6 cents. We got HBAR trading at 17 cents. Bitcoin about to smash all-time high. I'm gonna hurry up and get over there at Bitcoin. Ethereum 2600. Algo 19 cents. ZBEC still retracing lower. What's up, Lenny? Shout out to you. ZZ, you said I'm up 1200 on paper trading. We getting there, boss. Thank you. Okay, shout out to you, ZZ. Keep practicing. I always recommend, we start off at least a year. We want to do a year of practice. You can trade live money, but you need to have at least a year under your belt as far as practicing. But let's go ahead and come over here to Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin right quick. All right, this is Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. Last week we dropped down to discount accumulation. This trend line right here, that's all-time high right there for Bitcoin. Price is already stretching up there. Let's see if it wants to get up there sometime during the Asia session. Asia session starts at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's currently 7:24 p.m. 7:24 p.m. But Bitcoin breakout alert underway, and then we also got XRP on the move as well. It's moving quietly because a lot of people might say, oh, we already been to 230. But no, we're currently moving right now. Let's take a closer look at Bitcoin. Let's drop down intraday or intra-week. Go down to the hourly time frame. As you can see, it's moving higher. We got some buy-side liquidity at these old highs right here. Let me go back out to the daily. Okay, on the daily time frame, let me remove that. Haven't fully analyzed Bitcoin in a couple weeks. Give it a deep dive analysis. What's up, Jay Manson? Shout out to you for joining. Shout out to y'all just joining. Make sure y'all smash that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. So Bitcoin, we're waiting for Asia to begin. We just began a new trading day, which will be Tuesday. Well, we're about to begin the new trading day Tuesday in Asia. So first thing I see, y'all tell me in the chat, what is this right here for Bitcoin? We could possibly see a retracement down to this. What is this in the chat? Y'all let me know what that is right there. I asked y'all that for training purposes. That'll allow you to understand and get familiar with the techniques and the tools that repeat over and over again. So the more that you see it, the more you will pick up on it, the quicker you will pick up on it. And shout out to y'all. That's a busy, a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. I got people writing me saying, "Hey man, they seeing progress with the free content here on YouTube." And that's what I wanted to see. I wanted y'all to pick up on this. Everybody ain't gonna pick up on it, but shout out to y'all for investigating it and actually applying it. So that's a 1 hour busy. We have about 30 minutes left on this 7 o'clock hour candle. And then here at 8 o'clock, the new day will begin. Let's go out to the daily. So yes, we got 30 minutes across all crypto markets, 30 minutes left. And then we will get a new daily candle print. So here in about 30 minutes, that new candle for Tuesday will print. My bias for the day will be Monday's high at minimum, and then eventually come up and attack buy side liquidity, which was the previous all-time high right there. So Bitcoin on breakout alert. We already seeing it here first. People not really talking about it. You already know you're going to get it here first because you know why? We watch price live. We watch price live. So when you're watching price live and you're understanding what's going on, you're going to always be ahead of the herd. So while that's going on, let's look at XRP. XRP doing the same similar move. I'm on the hourly time frame, similar to Bitcoin. Y'all tell me what this is right here. Y'all tell me what that is in the chat on the hourly time frame. It's a busy. It's a busy. Buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. That is a 1 hour fair value gap on the XRP. You can already see it retracing here in about 30 minutes. The new day will begin. So I'm gonna zoom out to the daily candle or the daily time frame, and you can see price pushing higher. Market makers didn't want to come down just yet. It's still possible, but they did not want to come down and take out these lows. These are still intact. So there's liquidity resting below the market, and then we have liquidity resting above the market. Let's go out to the weekly time frame. So yesterday when I went live yesterday, I said, hey, I want to see us open up, and I was bullish. At minimum, take out last week's high. So we did that yesterday. And then now we're starting to push higher. So what's my directional bias now? We took out that liquidity, and it looks like we're going to close significantly higher on the daily. But I now want to see price come up and attack this high right here from 2 weeks ago. That is a price level of 235. I want to see us get up there and reach for that. If we trade through that, next level will be this buy side liquidity pool right here. And then you got to don't ignore the wicks right here if we want to continue higher. But overall, we're still just consolidating, So you got to zoom out as well. We are in the second week of June. So today is June. We're going into June 10th, 2025. Today we didn't have no economic news today. We didn't have no economic news. So going into tomorrow, Tuesday, we also won't have any economic news. So going into Wednesday, price can be very volatile leading up ahead of CPI data. So we could see a lot of volatility, and then come Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we could see some liquidity injections and being injected into the market. So still anticipating that. Until then, just expect volatility. That's the economic calendar. We use that as a guide. We use that to guide us in the market. Let me see. What's up, Backwards Hippo? What's up, boss? Been watching replays since December. First time catching you live. Much respect. Come on, hey, how is this your first time catching me live, Backwards Hippo? How is this your first time catching me live? I go live every week, but I understand if you're busy or whatnot. I understand that, but I can't believe you've been watching me since December and you just not catching me live. That's pretty much all I do. I really don't create videos. I just prefer to go live, get it out the way. It's more engaging, and I enjoy doing the live streams compared to videos. But I definitely appreciate you being around since December. You've been around longer than a lot of people, so shout out to you. And if y'all are interested, y'all just join in. Y'all want to get some further insight, y'all come over here, sign up to the Patreon. This will lead you to the Discord where I have different services. You just come to the Patreon. Signal's about to go live. I'm thinking about launching it maybe next week or maybe the last week of June. We shall see. I'm waiting for the June contracts to end in the futures market, and then we'll roll over into July. So I'm waiting for that. If not, you can come over and get the boss lessons or the beginner lessons. It was originally the boss lessons, but now you can get the beginner lessons, pro lessons on the way. So I'm going to keep plugging that for y'all that want to learn, get more insight. Well, let's drop back down intraday. Let's go back down to the hourly time frame. We're just going to watch XRP, and we're pretty much just chilling. I'm not going to keep y'all too long tonight. I'm not going to do a deep dive tonight. Y'all tell me in the chat, what's some headlines? What's the word on the streets besides rioting? Besides this over here? You know what I'm saying? What's the word on the streets besides the LA protests? And I'm hearing word that they're going to bring in Marines, United States Marines, to and it doesn't, you know, I have no words, man. I'm just sitting back watching it play out. If y'all in LA, matter of fact, let me get a quick roll call. Y'all shout out where y'all from, man. City, state, country, region, whatever y'all want to shout out. I see they got Puerto Rico out there. I see they got Mexico out there. They got something, and then ain't no telling who else is out there. Shit, you know, probably people from all around the world out there. What's up, Lawrence? We got Chi-Town in the building. Shout out to Chicago in the building. Cloucher vote schedule. Cloucher vote. I'm not sure what that is, Lawrence. What is the Cloucher vote? What is the Cloucher vote? What is that? Any more crypto news? Any more news in general? Any more headlines that we should talk about that you want to see me zoom out? Right now, I got the LA riots, which I think they kind of blowing it out of proportion. There's some people out there, but man, that shit look isolated as hell, man. That shit looks very isolated. It doesn't look like it's out of hand and whatnot. So deploying Marines is crazy. You know what I'm saying? For the need to deploy Marines out there, I don't think that's necessary at all. They can get this shit done and over with on the local level. Next week, Congress bill. Okay, next week got Congress in session. We'll see what they talking about then. Next week, Congress. I would definitely y'all keep me in tune with that, and I will stay abreast with that. So we got 26 minutes for the market to open. If y'all just joining, Bitcoin on its way to breakout. We're watching that. We're monitoring that. Let's go down to the hourly. Back down to the hourly. So you can see the new hour candle. Well, we got 25 minutes for this candle to close. Possible retracement going into Asia and then expansion higher. Right here, the previous all-time high for Bitcoin was $112,000. So we should see that breakout real soon. In the meantime, let me go ahead and set up my charts for the upcoming day. So this is where y'all pay attention. I used to do this a whole lot when I first started doing this, but this is where you get your learning in. I'm not going to do too much explaining. Some of y'all admit through the lessons, y'all should understand what I'm doing. If we review yesterday, so when I went live yesterday or last night or whatnot, I highlighted these 1 hour fair value gaps. So last night when I did my live stream, we was up here and I highlighted these areas. We traded down to these levels and we used them as support inside of an inversion fair value gap highlighted in green. So we traded down to these levels, 1 hour BTCs, used them as support, and then displacement higher out of nowhere. It's not random, it's algorithmic. So now we're just retracing inside of this fair value gap. They're holding price inside of this fair value gap. And here in 24 minutes, we're waiting for the new day open. The new day open. I pretty much want to kind of keep it Bitcoin and XRP tonight. I don't want to get all over the place. If y'all got any suggestions right quick, y'all let me know. I might veer off. I don't know. I'm just chilling. I didn't really go live. I see price moving. So I said, hey, let me go ahead and just go live. Let's just hit the live button and see what we can discuss, see what we can get into. I have no I don't have no structured live stream tonight. It's just another day in the markets for me. Just another day in the markets. Let me look at the dollar right quick. Come over here, look at the US dollar. Dollar still showing weakness. Let me drop down to the monthly. So as the dollar goes lower, that's a risk on environment. Dollar showing heaviness, and they're pretty much holding it up. But as the dollar sells off, that's why you're seeing Bitcoin, gold, and some other assets starting to break out. Silver. Oh, let's talk about silver. Let me go look at silver right quick. If you're just joining, we've been talking about silver. Silver currently trading at $36.81. So $37 is in the you know, I'm saying all time high. So if y'all watched me yesterday, I asked y'all, when do y'all see silver breaking this all time high? Some of y'all said by the end of the year. Some of y'all said by next year. But shit, we might get that sooner than later. We might get that this summer, and that will be interesting for silver if we can break out all time high this summer. Go down to the monthly. Monthly looking real good. Expansion higher. So during this time was a consolidation, retracement, consolidation, expansion, expanding higher, reaching for all-time high, because price always seeks liquidity. So we're watching silver. Again, a lot of y'all was saying, somebody said yesterday that silver was at a great price, and I was like, no, it's actually at a premium, and we don't like to chase price at a premium. Us pro traders, we like to buy it at discounts. We like to sell at premium. So the discount was back down here during this area right here, back in July, June 2022. May, June, July, that summer of 2022, that's when you should have accumulated silver. And boom, expansion higher. Now silver is about to run off. Y'all been hearing it first here. So when people start talking about it, just know y'all heard the information first. Because still nobody's talking about this. Still nobody's talking about this. A lot of people are distracted by gold. Let's come back over here. Again, price just holding. While we wait for the new day to open, let's go ahead and look at the rest of the markets. Let's look at XDC, see if it's still at a discount. And yes, what do you know? XDC still hanging out inside of its fair value gap. So anytime price trades down, whenever it goes down, that's when you want to look to buy. And right now, it's in the perfect opportunity at 6 cents. Y'all in the chat, have y'all purchased XDC recently? Are you buying it now? Are you interested? Are your bags packed? Y'all let me know in the chat. What's up with XDC? I'm assuming y'all bags packed. That's what I'm assuming. I think some of y'all have packed bags of XDC, and you don't really necessarily want any more XDC. So that's what I'm assuming. But there goes the free signal, free of charge for anybody who ever wanted to just, you know, that's a free signal right there, doing it live, free signal. Let's look at H-bar. H-bar retracement down, still consolidating. It's damn near at equilibrium, where it's right at the premium and discount level, and it's actually at a great opportunity to accumulate at 17 cents. So that's H-bar. It's not the best discount, but it's still a discount. Go out to the 3 month. Yeah, they're just holding H-bar. It's been real quiet with the other assets like XLM, H-bar, XDC has been real quiet out of these markets. Let's look at XLM. Let's go down to the monthly time frame. On the monthly time frame, consolidation, just sideways trading. Let's go down to the weekly. On the weekly time frame, this candle right here, what is that? Y'all tell me in the chat. What is this candle right here? I'm paying attention to this down close candle right here. What is that in the chat? Anybody know? I guess nobody know. That is a order block. That is a order block. That down close candle is a order block. I'm using the opening price. So do you think it's random how price trades down and touches the opening price of this candle, which is the order block? Look how the candles print. They drop down, tag the order block. Yes, we can wick lower, but look where the bodies are closing. And then look how the bodies are respecting it. Close right at the top of that order block, and then expansion higher. That's a discounted level. Now, does it want to hold and continue higher? We shall see. This order block can still fail, but I'm just noting how these are signatures that you want to see if it wants to support it. So what I'm looking for right now as we trade down into the order block, I'm looking for that 3 candle pattern that I teach in the Patreon or the Discord, that 3 candle pattern. So we already see the first candle right there, and then we have the second candle. Now, wherever this candle closes here in, well, this is a weekly time frame. It's going to be interesting to see where we close this candle right here. So wherever it closes, that's going to be interesting. So let's wait and see where that closes at. And then if it forms that 3 candle pattern, I'm going to start looking for XLM to start moving higher. But right now, it's not at a discount. It's not at a premium. It's caught right in between a discount and a premium. So you got to be cautious with buying that or selling it. So that's XLM. Back to XRP. So XRP, you can see how it traded down into the 1 hour fair value gap. We're doing this live. We just retraced down to the 1 hour fair value gap. This is a BTC. Why is it a BTC? Or what does a BTC mean? It stands for buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. Why that? Because on the buy side, it was only offering buy side delivery. So there was no selling going on, pushing price higher. These are algorithmic terms if you don't know. So there was only buying going higher, only offering buying, and it didn't offer any selling. So what an algorithm likes to do is it likes to trade back down to it to make it efficient. And that's what you see. See how we open up, we trade back down. You want to be a buyer when price is going down. You never want to be a buyer when price is going higher. So you're going to wait for it to go down. It trades into the BTC in the form of a fair value gap, and it goes down to the midway point. Now, if you wanted to set a limit order, you set your limit order at the high, the midway point, or the low of the fair value gap. And if you want a guarantee fill, you set it at the high. If you want a deeper discount, you set it at the midway point. And that's exactly what happened. Now, let's see if it supports that and starts to push price higher. Let's take a little closer look. We got 15 minutes to the top of the hour, 15 minutes to the top of the hour. So this is what I like to see on the lower time frame, 5-minute time frame. We retrace down lower, down into the BTC, the blue shaded area that is a 1 hour inefficiency. And now we start to see expansion higher, just like that. Markets are kind of loose right now. It's not too high resistance. It's kind of choppy. So if you're brand new to doing this, it might frustrate you, but it's not too bad. Like I've seen it before. Like it can get worse than this. So hopefully this stays loose for the Asia session where it's not choppy. It's not like too choppy. So we just got a 15-minute close. This is the final 15 minutes of the hour. So it is 7:45. At 7:50, we have a macro that begins. You should know, if you don't know what a macro is, just watch the channel, watch the live stream. A lot of y'all seen the macro. So at 7:50, we have a macro that will start or begin. So from 7:50 to 8:10, that's the macro. It's a 20-minute window in time. And we're crossing over into the new day at 8 o'clock p.m. That starts the new day over in Asia. So during Asia session, it's already Tuesday over there in Asia. For us, it's Asia session in the Western world. So Asia session goes from 8 p.m. to 12 o'clock midnight. So here we are shortly. We will begin that. Let's go take a peek at Bitcoin. Bitcoin just waiting for the new day to open. So let me go out to the daily time frame. And if you're just joining, Bitcoin, prime to break out. Hopefully we can see it tonight. Hopefully I can capture that during this live stream, the breakout in Bitcoin. So do we get it out the gate during Asia? It's a wait and see. It's a time thing. If you don't know prices based on time, it's coded on time. What's up, Echelon? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. If y'all just joining, man, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, sign up to the Patreon. Sign up to the Patreon. And I'm just chilling tonight, man. I ain't got too much to talk about, to be honest. Like, cause someday I just gotta be locked in. And I don't have too much to talk about all the time when it comes to like news or whatnot, because there's just so much distraction going on. Like, for example, over here in LA, you know what I'm saying? They've been doing this shit all day. So, you know, big distraction. Big distraction. You got entertainer distractions, and you got so much distractions going on at once. I can't keep up with all that shit. All I can do is, it's hard enough to keep up with price action in the markets. So all I can do is tap in and just watch price. And that's what we're doing. Let me see right quick. Let's go ask ChatGPT something. Quiet out there, man. It's quiet in the streets. It's quiet in the streets. Not much going on. I'm looking over here. I asked ChatGPT, give me all the latest news and updates in crypto. It's real quiet in the streets. So that might be a good thing. That might be a good thing, because markets are moving while it's quiet. Markets are moving while it's quiet. Echelon, you said you've been looking at H-bar for a while, and I was wondering what your take on it was. It doesn't have a much going on now as XRP, but do you think it could something just a huge down the line? Oh yeah, I just went over H-bar's price, Echelon. I think you might have just missed it, but yeah, man, I've gone over H-bar many times on here. Yes, they're gonna be huge. We need regulations and legislation, man. We need regulations and legislation. But most definitely, H-bar is going to be huge. They already got the partnerships. They embed with certain agencies and corporations. So for sure, man, for sure. You know, they're partnered up with NVIDIA, big corporations. So yes, they're going to be huge. And they're at a slight discount as well. So over here, let's come back to H-bar. If you're just joining, you're sitting at a discount. I just literally went through this. Sitting at a discount, just ranging right now. So 17 cents is ideal, and it's still, look, if you just zoom out on price, deep discount, you're damn near getting it at, I mean, shit, you get it today, you probably don't have nothing to worry about in the future. Again, we need those legislation and regulations, man. Legislation and regulations. But right now, man, I'm just watching price, man. We just kicking it. I'm depending on y'all for any updates and news. What y'all want to talk about, to be honest. I don't got nothing to talk about, to be honest. I'm just on here watching price, doing what I do. This is what I specialize in. And this is what I do and promote. So other than price, shit, you know, I can't keep up with everything. It's almost like work overload. But how was y'all day, man? How's life going with y'all, man? How's life going with y'all? Are y'all just getting off work? Are you going to work? How's it going out there in the chat? How's it going? How's your summer going? Are y'all planning vacations? Y'all let me know in the chat. Where's some places that y'all want to go? What's some places y'all want to go this summer? Or hell, whenever these things do blow, what's the first destination y'all going to go? Like, where is somewhere in the world? What's the first thing y'all want to go in the world once crypto, you know, you get some type of gains in crypto and you're able to just enjoy it? You need to do some traveling. What's some things y'all want to do? You say, ZZ, boss, you think they going to delay ISO? I don't have the answers to that, ZZ. I don't have the answers. It seemed like it's been delayed, ZZ. So I don't have the answers to if they want to delay it. I don't even think that far because this shit been delayed. We're in the delay right now. We're in the delay right now. So if they decide to delay it any further, fuck it. Like, this shit been delayed. I've been here for years. Been here since 2020. Been in crypto since 2020. Full, you know, for sure. I've been here since 2017. But 2020 is when I understood. It all started to come together for me in 2020. Echelon. Well, the SEC had that little circle jerk earlier. Pretty much nothing, Burger. I'm an independent contractor, so I'm out and about still. Okay. Shout out to you, Echelon. Lenny, I've been everywhere. I don't want to travel. Post up and take somewhere and fish. I understand that, Lenny. I understand that. You know, just that's something to do. People tired of traveling. I feel like once you travel so much, you're gonna get tired of traveling, and then sometimes you just want to be stationary and like you said, fish, and you know, just enjoy sceneries and life and nature. I understand that as well. So that's definitely things to do on the bucket list. ZZ, I know everything is a delay. That's why I got to start Fetty on the daily. Oh, stack Fetty on the daily. Yep. That's why the signal is coming, Lenny. I'm working on it. Trust me, I'm working on it. That signal service is coming. It's coming. So definitely stacking Fetty on the daily. And shit, just, it's coming. But hey, you still gotta enjoy life, ZZ. You still gotta enjoy this life, man. You gotta enjoy this life. So we're inside of the macro. It's 7:53, so 7:50 to 8:10. The macro has just began, so we're currently in the macro, and we're about to begin the new trading day in the crypto market. I'm looking for this indicator right here. So we're just consolidating. So I'm about to pull up a split screen. Let's pull up a split screen. On the right side of my screen, I'm gonna go out to the daily time frame. Right side of my screen, daily time frame. I'm going to hide this right here. And here in a few minutes, 6 minutes, we will start the new day of trading. And then I'm gonna ask y'all what's y'all bias. What's y'all directional bias going into the next day. And that's the foundation as far as predicting price. When you know how to determine your daily, your weekly, your monthly bias, that's the foundation on how to predict price. So listen to the words I'm saying. I'm saying it one more time. Oh, what's up, Sneaky? Shout out to you, man. Appreciate y'all joining. Y'all smash that like button for me. So whenever y'all finally get comfortable with predicting your daily, your weekly, and your monthly bias. So all bias is direction, where the market can only go two ways, up or down. Now, how it gets there is a different thing, like high resistance, sideways consolidation. It might take time, you know, that's the difference. But whenever you know how to determine your bias, which is the direction and price, that is the foundation for forecasting and predicting price. So it starts on the higher time frame. It starts on that monthly, that weekly, and that daily time frame. So once y'all understand that, this shit becomes way easier. And then also you start adding on top where the liquidity is and where the inefficiencies are. So it's not hard. You just got to put time in. You got to see it repeat. You got to practice, and then it'll start clicking for y'all. But a lot of people are busy, but you got to make time. You got to force yourself to do this. You have to spend nights falling asleep at these charts, and then eventually it's going to be embedded in your subconscious, and then you're going to start seeing it click for yourself. So we got 4 minutes, and we will start or begin the new day in trading. See what else I can pull up. Nothing in the news. Nothing. I know we got interest rate announcements coming up, I believe next week. I believe that's next week. And then y'all let me know in the chat, when does Congress meet back up for these bills, man? When do they meet back up for the latest bill that they're trying to get done? When is that meeting? Because we got Maxine Waters. She gonna be in Congress chanting down crypto and how bad it is, but she in LA on the front line of the riot. So how does that go? But y'all let me know in the chat. I'm sure crypto, and then I'm gonna look at some sentiment. We're gonna come over to YouTube and look at the sentiment, because I know the streets are dry. I know the streets are currently dry out there. Definitely dry, and I love it when it's dry, because tone that shit down, man. I love when the streets are dry, because y'all need to tone that shit down. Tone it down, because y'all be hyped up too much. Not y'all in the chat. I'm talking about just the influencers and the creators. Y'all will be hyped up too much with no sense of direction, without knowing nothing. So they did that whole XRP Las Vegas thing, had people spend all that money and shit just to come back to just dry streets. Dry streets, nothing moving significantly. So some people spent a lot of money, $3,000-$4,000 just to go out there to Las Vegas, just to turn around, come back home and get back into their routine, going to work, clocking in, paying bills, stresses in life. But it is what it is. Echelon, you said it was a glorified pep rally. I agree with you, man. That's the perfect word for it. It definitely was a prep rally, because goddamn, people, even after the event, you didn't see much content surrounding that. Like, you didn't see people coming back and was just thrilled that they went and whatnot. No, it was a money grab. It was a prep rally, and it was a hustle. And I don't knock people hustling. There's nothing wrong with people getting together, having their products and their services and hustling. I respect that. But for this community in crypto, especially the XRP and whatever they, for that community, that's a letdown. To me, that's a letdown. Man, y'all could have saved that money and spent time with your kids, or invested more into it, or you could have invested your time in learning how to trade and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. You could have did anything with that. 1 minute, well, actually 6 seconds, and then we will look over here on the right side of my screen. We're going to have a new daily print, new daily candle print. Boom, just like that. So the new day has began in crypto. It's 24 hours and counting. 24 hours until Wednesday. So we have a new daily candle print. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. New daily candle print. We're still in the macro as well. So it's 8 o'clock. So from 8 o'clock to 8:10, that's the macro to complete. And you can see where we're trading. So I'm going to ask y'all in the chat. This is XRP. What's y'all directional bias? Do y'all see price going higher to take out previous day's high? Because we know above old highs, there's liquidity. Or do y'all see it coming down all the way back down into the range, take out previous day's low? Or do you see us just sideways consolidating? Those are only 3 options it can do. It's all price can do. So Lawrence, you say higher. George, you say I look up XRP on YouTube just to get a laugh at the titles of some of the videos. Some of them are outrageously funny. I agree with you, George. Scott, higher. Lenny, going to take out yesterday's high. So, okay, directional bias is bullish. Y'all have a bullish bias. Before I go any further back down the lower time frames, let's peek at Bitcoin. Same thing just happened. It's 8 o'clock. Y'all take that down too in your notes. Every day, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the new day begins in crypto. Every day, 8 o'clock p.m., new trading day begins. 8 o'clock p.m. also starts the Asia session. So take that down in your notes. So again, 24 hours, same with Bitcoin. Directional bias for Bitcoin. Do y'all see Bitcoin coming all the way back down and falling out the bed, or do y'all see it seeking liquidity? You see it coming up, taking out previous day's high. Lenny, you said we're going to take out all-time high? I agree with you. Echelon, you said the charts look pretty bullish, so you say higher. Okay, so I think it's unanimous. Nobody else has said anything else. I think it's unanimous that we agree. This is how you start the day. This is how I analyze. When I do my signal service, I'm going to be waiting around 8 o'clock p.m. to see how we close the day. And then I'm going to say, okay, based on market structure, what have we done? We traded down into this fair value gap. That's the support level. That's discount. All the market does is go from discount to premium, premium to discount. That's all it does. All it does is consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal. That's all it does. And then the third thing that it does is seek liquidity. It likes to take out buy side liquidity above the market. It likes to take out sell side liquidity below the market. That's all the market does. These functions repeat over and over again. You just got to know the narrative. You got to understand bias. There's always a narrative going on, which I have to go in further with about narrative. That's a whole different philosophy. And then bias. I just taught y'all bias. I told y'all bias. It's simple. Either we're going to come up, take out previous day's high, previous week's high, previous month's high, or we're going to come down, take out the lows. So new day candle prints. We got some inefficiencies inside of this daily candle. So yesterday's trading, we have inefficiencies on lower time frames. So on lower time frames, there's a ton of inefficiencies. And there goes that 1 hour fair value gap that we can trade down to offer some type of discount. But eventually I want to see price open, create a low, expand higher, take out this high. See that high right there? And then look over here to the left. See that high right here? Back from May 27th, which was a Tuesday. May 27th, we got previous day's high. And that looks like an old weekly high. So we got buy side liquidity resting above the market. So price always seeks liquidity like a magnet. So the likelihood of it going higher to reach for that liquidity is high. So the likelihood of it for to reach up there, we can potentially see that on Tuesday. And I agree, we're going to come up, sweep that all-time high, or potentially just break out. I'm tired of Bitcoin just sweeping the all-time high and then retracing. I want to just see it boom. And I don't even own Bitcoin, but I just wanted to see it punch through these highs like gold. Gold is pretty much doing it, like just breaking out. It's not respecting any highs. It's just blowing right through it. That's what I want to see. And then it's going to be off to the races for Bitcoin. 115, 120, 125. Yeah, it's up there. Price discovery. So that's what I eventually want to see with Bitcoin. So let's come back over here to XRP. XRP just started this new day. Go down to the hourly. It is 8:05. So we got 5 minutes for the macro to complete. So from 7:50 to 8:10, that's a 20-minute window in time. That's a time macro, something specific to algorithms that the algorithm repeats every hour, at the top of the hour, at the end of the hour. If y'all just joining, man, smash that like button. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long tonight. Just smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Oh, look, I got an alert that just went off down here in the bottom. I had set an alert. That's for the Patreon. So we just began Asia. So I'm gonna go ahead and frame Asia session up right quick. So 8 o'clock. To midnight. So in between these vertical trend lines right here, that represents the Asia session. So hopefully y'all are learning and paying attention. Oh, what's up, Ed? Shout out to you, Ed, just joining. Shout out to you. Appreciate y'all joining, man. Shout out to the day ones, man. Shout out to y'all that keep showing love and coming back. Y'all must really like this stuff. Y'all, it's so much entertainment and shit y'all could be doing, but y'all must really love, y'all must be really into this technical analysis stuff, man, because this is dry, this is boring, but hopefully I make it a little bit of entertaining. But this definitely, this is not for everybody, but y'all show up every time and I appreciate it. Maybe because there's money involved. If there wasn't no money involved with this shit, then I probably wouldn't be doing it either. But when I'm looking at these screens, looking at these charts, I'm looking at opportunity, I'm looking at potential, and I'm looking at money. I appreciate it, Scott, man. I appreciate it, I try my best to communicate what I know. Appreciate it, Ed. Appreciate it. And that's what YouTube was. When I first came to YouTube, like, YouTube was educational. Now it's some other shit now. Like, it's still educational. You can learn from somebody and everybody, but this is definitely, this is pure education right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to get this insight. You're not going to learn this from anybody and everybody. A lot of times, a lot of people are just repeating what other content creators are doing, and I don't consider myself a content creator. You might say that I am, but I'm a trader first. I'm going to always stick to being a trader first. Content creation is just a hobby, but I don't see it as content creation. I see it as educational material. And that's what I'm utilizing the internet for, education. Ed, you said, if not working, we'll always be here. I got you. I appreciate it. Lenny, you said I learned so much. Has given me a whole new perspective on the markets. Yeah, man. Money don't sleep. Wall Street money don't sleep. This is what they mean by Wall Street money don't sleep. Money don't sleep. Wall Street money doesn't sleep. I never understood that until I started learning this. Taking a deeper dive into the markets. So Lawrence, you said when we get a payday, we need to have an income stream to not fail into the lotto winner trap. Yes. That's the purpose of this. That's the purpose of this. And go slow at it. That's what I'm trying to teach. That's what I'm gonna be teaching in the signal service. When y'all do decide to sign up for the signal service, I'm letting y'all know. This is my disclaimer. I'm trying to let y'all know. We're gonna do it the right way. When y'all decide to sign up to the signal service, don't come to me thinking you're going to get rich quick. No, I'm going to sit here and train you and teach you how to slowly grow your equity. And in growing your equity over time, you let the compound interest effect kick in. That's what anything that y'all doing. Eventually, the compound interest effect is going to kick in. So let's just say, for example, let's come over to my Patreon. And I'm just gonna highlight these different tiers I got. So let's just start with the mini tier. So let's just say you're somebody, and everybody's different. You're somebody with $10,000 or more in capital. And this isn't pertaining to just my signal server. This is if you learn the skill set and decide to train, whoever you learn it from, or decide to start trading real money. Let's just say you're somebody with $10,000 or more. Let's say anywhere between $10,000 to $100,000 in capital. And fuck it, let's just say $100,000. Let's say 100K. Let's just say y'all become crypto rich, and y'all decide to pick this up as an extra income stream. Let's say you're sitting on $10 million. Well, you can take out $100,000, place it into a broker account, and your goal is not to hurry up and run 100K to 500K. No. You're going to take that 100K and you're going to slowly trade futures mini contracts like NASDAQ, S&P, and others, gold. They got different markets. And you're going to just slowly grow that equity. You might only take 4 trades per month, but the payouts pay your monthly expenses. Your profits pay your monthly expenses. Me personally, I'm going to have an account where, okay, let's just say I got $100,000. Example, I have $100,000. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to divide that in half. I'm going to have 50-50. $50,000 is going to be put up in the savings. That's my reserve. That's going to be considered my reserve. So I got 50,000 in reserve, okay? The other 50,000, I'm going to divide that in half. So 25, okay? So with each individual with $25,000, I'm going to place it in 2 broker accounts. One account with 25K, that's going to handle my expenses, my monthly expenses, bills, whatnot, let's say a car note, car insurance, whatever. That's just going to handle expenses, utilities. That's called earning ends meet. In one account, I'm just trying to earn ends meet with 25K, placing 4 to 5 trades per month. With that $25,000 account, I'm not pushing it at all. I'm not trying to go hard. I'm not trying to do Olympic trading. No, I'm just trying to earn ends meet in the markets. And if you didn't watch my live stream earlier, that's exactly what I did. Like, I was practicing for earning ends meet. Okay. And then the other account, 25K, that account, I'm just trying to slowly grow that account from 25K, 30K, 40K, 50K, and just compound that account while having 50K in reserves. Does that make sense to y'all? Does that make sense to y'all? Y'all let me know in the comments. So whenever y'all come do the signal service, don't come to me trying to get rich quick. No, you want to slowly compound your equity. You want to go slow. You want to compound the equity. You want to let the money grow slow. You got different accounts. You got different accounts that you use for different things. You can have an account where you just trying to go crazy and like, it don't matter. I'm just trying to speed. I'm trying to quickly grow it. And then your serious accounts, like the accounts where you just trying to earn ends meet. You just trying to take a initial capital, 25,000, place it in a broker account, and you're just trying to earn your monthly expenses. You're trying to only trade 4 times a month. So that's 1 trade per week. But there's hundreds of trades per week. Like there's dozens and dozens of trades per week. You can find 50 trades in 1 week, but there's no point in doing that. You don't have to do that every week. You can just trade 1 time per week, and that can pay out a weekly's paycheck. So whatever y'all making at y'all job right now, you can earn that in the market in 1 day. You can earn that in the market in 1 hour and replace your income. You can replace your income just trading 1 contract, looking for 1 or 2 trades per week. And then once you earn ends meet, you sit on the sideline for next week. Everything else you can just practice, get better with your skill set. And then the next week comes, you look at the economic calendar. So for example, this week right here, let's just say I was utilizing my real capital and I wanted to earn ends meet this week. Well, I'm not going to look to trade on Monday, even though I traded today on Monday. It was very difficult, very difficult. If you go watch that live stream, today was a hard day, very high resistance, very difficult. I'm going to expect the same on Tuesday. But when we come on Wednesday, 7:30 a.m., so I will be at the market, 7 o'clock a.m. We're going to wait for 7:30 to hit, and we're going to allow that to pass because there's going to be volatility in the market. After this passes, we wait for the market open at 9:30. See all these specific instructions? You see these specific instructions? The market opens at 9:30. The traditional market opens at 9:30. During that 9:30, from 9:30 to 10 a.m., that's a small window in time where an opportunity can present itself. Those are all algorithmic functions. I have to show y'all. I have to show you to believe. I have to show you so you can believe it. You might not believe that. But at specific times of the day, we can anticipate a trade setup. And all we're looking for to do is take one trade per week that's going to earn a paycheck. And then we're going to move to the sidelines and let the rest of the week fly by. And you're going to do this 3 to 4 times per month. Even though I could show you trades where I can buy and sell all day. But no, we're going to do that 4 times per month, earn ends meet, just to pay your expense. And check it out. If you're somebody who lives with low expenses, low overhead, if you're somebody who lives with low expenses, low overhead, then you will earn more than enough per week. Eyes Aking, whatever, IAS, DYM ETF pump. What is DYM? What is DYM? If y'all just joining, man, smash that like button. We're just pretty much reviewing XRP Bitcoin tonight. Bitcoin on the verge of breaking its all-time high. We just began the new day. You said, I'm not a big ETF guy, but take a look. Let me see right quick. DYM. Did y'all say ETH? Oh, you said, okay, I'm reading, this dude, AAS, he talking about DYM. You said ETH. Okay, ETH. Because I don't know what the hell AYM is. Okay, I got you. Let's pull up ETH. ETH ain't doing shit, though. That ain't it. 1 second. And if we just zoom out, you want to take a zoom out perspective on Ethereum. Okay. So what I'm looking at with Ethereum right here, see that right there? That's a 3-month fair value gap. So the institutions want to come and play. You know what I'm saying? They want to kind of inject some liquidity into this. So boom, right there. That's a BTC. Let me give it another color. That's a 3-month BTC. So you can see us recently trade down into there, and we use that as support. We've been down there several times, and we use that as support. Now, where are we trading right now? Y'all tell me in the comments. What is this right here? What is that right there? What is that? I'm sure some of y'all gonna get it wrong, but I'm gonna correct y'all if y'all get it wrong. What is that right there? Lawrence, you say BTC? It's not a BTC. I know it looks like a BTC, but it's not a BTC. There you go, Lenny. It's an inversion. It's an inversion fair value gap. So why is it an inversion? So originally, look, we traded down into it right here on this candle right here. Boom. We used it as support. We went higher. Took out this high right here. This candle right here, this wick, took out that high right there. Above that high, sell side, buy side liquidity. We retraced down, and then this following candle opened up, and we cut through it. As we cut through it, that made it become an inversion. So we closed right here, and then this candle opened. We traded down into it, took out sell side liquidity, trade down into the 3-month BTC, used it as support. So now ETH is just back and forth. Now it's going to be interesting to see, okay, do we want to trade above this inversion gap? That's going to be very bullish if we do. If we just straight up cut through this in 21 days, because we got 21 days left in the quarter. If we cut through that in 21 days, that's going to be real interesting. So go down to the monthly. Okay. ETH potentially on the verge of breaking out. And when I say breaking out, I'm just saying like leaving a discount and start seeking premium levels. What are premium levels? We got buy side liquidity right here. We got old highs above price. We got last month's high. So it's currently June. We got the high from May. So we could potentially be cutting through that. And right now we're just inside of the inversion gap. So discount up to premium. The premium is this inversion gap. Now we just wait to see if we want to push through the inversion and use it as support to go higher. So that's interesting for ETH. Do some of y'all own Ethereum in here? Ethereum. Lenny, do you own Ethereum? Who all owns Ethereum up in here? Oh yeah, that institutional capital is definitely in ETH. ZZ. When an inversion fair value gap presents itself, is there anything to look out for with price right after when trading it on a daily time frame? I'm gonna need you to cut that question down in half, ZZ. But no, there's 3 type of gaps. There's 3 type of fair value gaps. There's a BTC, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. SIBI, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. And both of those fair value gaps can be traded to and traded through. And if you see them being traded through, you don't ignore it. So for example, let's go back out to the 3-month time frame. So when I see this BTC right here on the 3-month time frame, we traded down to it. We used it as support. It acted like a regular fair value gap because we traded down to it. We can even wick through it and then close. Okay, then this candle opens, we trade down, okay, and then we expand high, we close. So that one acted as a normal BTC, but eventually market makers wanted to drive price lower, and what did? They cut through it. They traded through it. Okay, so normally people that don't know these concepts, they'll be like, all right, we don't need it no more. Nope, that's not the case. You leave it on your charts because the possibility of them wanting to trade back to it is high, and that's exactly what we did. We traded down to this discount BTC, and then we traded back up into the inversion. So don't ignore, we can always reuse fair value gaps. We can trade above them, below them, and through them. So what's up, Daryl? Shout out to you joining, man. Shout out to you joining. Hopefully that answers your questions, ZZ. Come back over here to Bitcoin. Bitcoin looking like it wants to pop out the gate. Let's go down to the hourly. Right now on the hourly, just consolidating. It is Asia. Let's go back to XRP. Look at XRP trading down into the fair value gap on the hourly. Yes, the hourly BTC trade down into it. We're currently in Asia. Now let's see if we want to continue higher. Let's go out to the 5 minute. To the 15-minute. So I want to start seeing XRP push higher. I want to see it take out this high right here. Way back in, I forgot what date I said. Let's go out to the hourly. Let's go out to the daily. So if we decide to push higher for XRP, we got buy side liquidity right here. This is an old weekly high right there. And then y'all in the chat, what is this right here? What is that right there? That will be my target for XRP, just short term right now, day trading type concepts. There y'all go. SIBI, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. So it's not random. Price always want to seek, because why is it? Okay, for example, they left behind the SIBI right here because now they can eventually return to it because they're building it in. They left this intact, meaning it's a SIBI because it only offered selling. They didn't offer any buying in here. So eventually they're going to want to return to this to offer some type of efficiency right here. They're going to want to target this to offer efficiency. So you can see it want to draw up into that. And right there at the base of it is buy side liquidity at these highs. And not just this high right here. Look at this high right here, which is the discount of the fair value or the SIBI. So this high, this high, this high. All these highs have liquidity just above it. And then eventually draw price into this BTC. And then once we get there, I wait for more information. And because I want to see if this SIBI, if we can trade through it and use it as an inversion to go higher to take out buy side liquidity right here. And then also we got another SIBI right there. So let me go ahead and highlight that. So this is called forecasting. This is me forecasting price using the same concepts, using the same philosophy. Do y'all think it's random? So y'all see this SIBI right here, right? Sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. You see this SIBI right here, right? Then you see the midway point. Y'all already know that's a significant level. So do you think it's random that this old high right here, which we have buy side liquidity, do you think it's random that price aligns directly with the midway point of that? Y'all think that's random? Midway point of the SIBI, old buy side liquidity. You blend the two and then things perfectly align together. And that's a strong indication that price is eventually going to come up here and seek that, because price always seeks liquidity first. And then along the way, these gaps can become inverted. So hopefully that makes sense to y'all. Hopefully y'all are catching that information. ZZ, so you said, so the inversion makes it an area with increased likelihood they will return to. It's not necessarily an increased likelihood. As long as you understand higher time frame sequence and order flow. I mean, yes. So for example, it's so many things that I'm blending together. I don't have time tonight to just discuss it all, but ZZ, if you zoom out, long-term time frame, higher time frame, you know directional bias right now is bullish. You know that there's still a discount below the market. We still got that 3-month fair value gap. We're waiting for 21 days to end the quarter. So we got 21 days to see, okay, do we want to close higher or do we want to close lower? Right now, I'm sticking to the bullish narrative. I'm only looking, if I was being a buyer, I would only look for buying opportunities because we already traded down to the discount. We traded down to the discount in April. You want to be a buyer, and then let's say you missed that on lower time frames, you stick to the bullish narrative to go higher after going down to a significant level on lower time frames. It's going to take time. You're not going to understand all this at once, but you're getting it. You're getting it. And then this is the monthly time frame, and we've pretty much been consolidating for consecutive months. Eventually, consolidation, then what? Eventually, this consolidation got to break. So we're currently just in the consolidation, and then we're also trapped inside of these ghost pools. Eventually, price is going to want to start taking out liquidity either higher or lower, but I'm sticking to the bullish narrative. Right now, it's kind of 50-50, but I'm still going to stick to the bullish narrative that I'm bullish. It's okay if you get it wrong. It's okay. You just readjust, you reanalyze your narrative, or you just sit. If you can't get a clear reading on price, you sit on the sidelines until price gives you further information. Because sometimes price can become real distorted where, damn, I can't get a clear reading. That happens to me a lot. Like, damn, I don't have a I don't have a clear reading on price. So sometimes you got to let it give it time to go from a high resistance market to a low resistance market. So I said a lot. So hopefully you understood what I'm saying. Go back down to the hourly time frame. Asia. Go down to the 15-minute. And I ain't gonna be too long tonight, man. I got some content to produce for the Patreon, so I ain't gonna hold y'all all night tonight. I might let this play a little bit. Might let this play a little bit. Y'all might want to just watch price action play out. Really nothing to talk about, to be honest. Like, nothing major. I'm not on X neither. I got an X account, but I'm not over there on X. It's just too much. It give me a headache. I can't be on X like some of y'all. It's just too much. You fighting algorithms, you fighting bots, you fighting fake pages, you fighting too much noise, you fighting influencers. There's a lot of fake news. There's a lot of real news. I don't like the algorithm on X neither. Like, they'll be showing you like what you want to. They'll start suggesting shit to you that you ain't asked for. So I don't like that neither. So I don't have time for that. I don't have time for X. So most influencers love X. I don't like X. Me personally, I don't like X. So I'm not gonna get every piece of news that drops. I can't do it. Now, old days Twitter, I used to love Twitter, man, but X be on some bullshit. So I just dropped down to a 5-minute time frame. Y'all should see what this is right here. Y'all should know what that is on the 5-minute. Price, kind of high resistance right now. High resistance. So whenever there's high resistance price action, you can expect all this back and forth choppiness, deep retracements, etc. If y'all just join and smash that like button. If y'all back in the classroom, subscribe to the channel if y'all brand new. I appreciate y'all joining. Stay in tune, stay locked in with me. I guarantee you're gonna learn a lot if you just stay locked in and just keep up with what I got going on. These markets, they don't ever sleep. It's always gonna be something to discuss, something to analyze, something to talk about. These things are 24/7 year round. So there's some time periods where it gets real dry, but most of my subscribers came fourth quarter last year. That's because that was an exciting time. We finally seen XRP crypto break out. XRP was trading around 40, 50 cents, and then eventually, boom, it broke out. Now we're sitting here at 231. We've been in the $2 range for a very long time, ever since fourth quarter 2024. And that's when people was excited. People start flocking to this space. I can tell when people are interested. And then normally in the summer months, people are kind of like tapped out. People are enjoying life. People really ain't caring in the summer months. But it don't matter to me because there's always opportunities in the market. So we're just hanging out, retracing right now. Let me see right quick. Let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Oh. Bitcoin inches. Bitcoin. Let's see what it want to do. Do we want to come down and retrace down to the 1 hour fair value gap, or do we want to just leave it intact? Let me give y'all another one. If we see a fair value gap that forms and they just leave it open, that's called a breakaway gap. So when price is moving in one direction, this large fair value gap forms, and they decide to move away from it, we call that breakaway gap. Also, Wicks, Ghost Pools. Ghost Pools. So you see that? This wick right here, trade down into it, using it as support. So that's not random. That's algorithmic. But this can still fail and want to come down to the inefficiency. But let's see what they want to do. Bitcoin looking very strong right now. Very strong. So let's just see. Wait and see. But at the end of the day, narrative still bullish. Still bullish. Speaking on the riots over in the LA riots. How many of y'all in the chat are in LA? Y'all let me know if y'all are in LA. What's the sentiment on the ground? Somebody said fuck ICE on the wall over here. That's crazy. It don't look too chaotic to me. Man, these people need some water. I'm sure people out here just creating content. Out of all these people, how many people y'all think are content creators? How many of y'all people think are crisis actors? Daryl, you said I drove through some of that on Saturday. So Daryl, yeah, I forgot you in LA, Daryl. What's the sentiment out there, man? Like, is it all hands on deck? I just got word today that they're gonna send the Marines out there. Somebody said like 70 Marines. I don't know if that's true or not, but what's the sentiment out there? Is it like high alert? What the hood look like? You know, what the hood look like? What's the hood reaction? Are they, you know, is this taken away from real crimes that's going on in the rest of the city? You know what I'm saying? Is some of the city being patrolled, or is it, you know, what's the sentiment out there? Lenny, you said the stream is way behind. You might have to oh, you talking about this stream that I'm on right now? It possibly is. It possibly is. Oh yeah, 700 Marines. I said 70. Yes, 700 Marines. Man, they don't need 700 Marines for these people, man. They don't need 700 Marines for these people. Plus the National Guard. They got every resource they need out there. They got drones. They got snipers. They don't need Marines out there. That's just my honest opinion. They don't really need Marines out there. But they're going to do what they're going to do. Oh, I'm not going to play the... I'm not going to... So, Daryl, what you think is up? What you think is up? Let me see right quick. I mean, 1 second, Lenny. 1 second. I might just need a refresh. So, Daryl, you said another 2,000 National Guard is supposed to be coming out. So, 2,000 National Guard on top of the National Guard they already got. 700 Marines. I'm hearing LAPD because, you know, LA is a Democratic city. So, it's like they're going against what the federal government is doing and the Republican regime ran by Donald J. Trump, you know. So, it's like pushback. I would hate to do this job right here. Daryl, what's the average salary, if you know? What's the average salary for an officer in LA? I would hate to be doing this shit right here. You know what I'm saying? Getting physical with these protesters. I'm not getting paid enough for this. I'm not getting paid enough for this. If only they knew how to trade. If they knew how to trade, they wouldn't be out there doing this shit. They'll be like, to hell with this. You say 150 plus overtime. 150 what? $1 per day? 150 an hour? What we talking about? Echelon, you said the LA police chief said a while ago to tourists to come out there at their own risk. They don't have the manpower to even deal with the regular crime. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what the salary is. Okay, shout out to you, Daryl. I'm going to Google that right here in a second. Okay, 150K, but 150K in LA, that ain't shit. Let's come over here. LA police officer salary. So Google, and this is like an AI generated Google, say they saying entry level LAPD officer typically starts around 94,000 annually. That's crazy. Around 45.28 an hour. And then let's say salaries increase based on experience and specialization, with experienced officers earning 197 per year, roughly 200,000 a year. Salary progression, but that ain't shit in LA though, man. That's damn near like 60,000 in LA. And in LA, you know, it get crazy out there in LA. Catch up. You said you headed down there this weekend. Shake my head. I'm just trying to be smooth. Stay out the way, man. Stay out the way. Shit, that's all I gotta say. Stay out the way, man. Like, don't go nowhere near this shit. Don't go nowhere near. I feel like they out there cosplaying, man. I feel like they just showing force. They showing the militarization of United States, martial law, etc. You know, eventually they still want to get that martial law implemented in America. So this is just one form of that. Echelon, you said a shack of a house in LA is like 1.1 million. I agree with you, man. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So these officers are out here risking their life for nothing. Like, they out here putting it on the line. You know, they could get shanked out there. Somebody can, you know, ain't no telling. You never know. Somebody come out there with a firearm and spray the whole crowd. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Said most don't live in LA. I believe that too. I believe all these people out here protesting most likely don't live in LA. Like, look at this photographer right here, man. He up there on the top of the bridge up here. They telling him to get the hell down, but he a photographer. They, you know, people out there getting content in. But we've seen this play before, though. We've seen this when Donald Trump was in office, his last term. We've seen this play out all through his last term. So we've seen this play before. So people getting involved with this, people falling for this. We've seen this before. We already know the playbook. Paid provocateurs. That's what it is. Daryl, you said as bad as it sounds, that's probably what they want. Someone to come out and set it off. Yeah, there's always one bad, there's always one retard. I ain't gonna say that. It's one bad person. I was gonna say the R word, but there's one bad person that will come out there and set it off. They need to send Queen Latifah out there. Maybe she'll set it off. Queen Latifah. She'll set it off like the movie. Didn't that movie take place in LA? Let's come back over to the charts. Let's come back over to the markets. We'll come back to that. Just tuning into that. XRP retracing lower. Catch up. You said, I'm all for protesting, but throwing bricks and crossing the line. Yeah, they also throwing cocktails and Molotov cocktails and all that. Bricks. I just say avoid it. Like, if you don't want no smoke, you don't want no brain damage, you don't want to get trampled, just avoid that shit, man. Like, that shit's stupid anyway. That shit's stupid. Protesting is stupid. Scott, you said first term was to highlight the incompetence of the California government. For sure. They still incompetent. I never been to California, man. I never been to California. I always wanted to go to Cali, but I don't know if I want to go now throughout the previous years. So this shit is insane. For sure. Blue state government. Yep. We're going to end up turning this to a politic network. But I'm going to try my best to stay out of politics. Politics don't matter when it comes to this money. Well, it does matter, but when these markets are involved, we ain't, you know. And we know that they're algorithmic and these things repeat over and over again. I don't give a damn about nothing else. Once you take this red pill and see that these markets repeat over and over again, and those people out there right now could be like making money, they could be putting their hard-earned money into these markets. Even the immigrants, even if the immigrants just knew how to get into crypto and save their money and invest and trade, they won't be immigrants for long. Lenny, you said you lived there for 10 years. I hated it. I hear that a lot from people in California, man. Like, I hear that a lot. Like, I would say back in what, the 60s, the 70s, when LA was like the hippie spot, or, you know, when people was going out there with that hippie movement, smoking the marijuana and living free on the beach, when beach prices was probably, you know, you probably get you a nice little apartment near the beach for like $1,500 back in the day. That probably was, or less. But now, shit, it's insane. What's up, Henry? Shout out to you. Lenny, you said you lived in the Bay Area? Daryl, yeah, $800 back in the day. I believe that, man. Like $800 near the beach back in the day. You had all the hippie movement and all that shit. I believe it. That's when LA was in its prime, or California period was in its prime. Beautiful beaches. I'm trying to see what else is live. I love people live streaming shit like that because, you know, that's real action. Market just consolidating, starting off Asia, just consolidating so far. Not much going on in the markets. I reviewed everything else, XDC, XLM, HBAR. Let's go take a quick look at ZBEC. Y'all favorite digital asset. Let's go look at ZBEC. Monthly time frame for ZBEC. So last month, May, out the gate, boom, took everybody by surprise. This month so far, June, everybody quiet. You see how quick that happens? Y'all see how ironic that is? I have not been hearing ZBEC chatter ever since June started. I have not been hearing it. I had people come into my live stream talking about, man, you wrong. You know, it's just consolidating. It's not crashing. But like a week in advance, I warned people like, hey, this thing's about to retrace. I'm not impressed by that explosion like that. And people are still holding on to this. Instead of taking profits and potentially like repositioning yourself, people are holding on to this, staring at it like a deer in headlights, as if it's like XRP or something, as if it's Bitcoin. Let's go down to the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, I asked y'all yesterday, what was the bias? What was our bias? And a lot of people said we want to come down and take out these previous week's lows. And it looks like we're most likely going to get that. We're most likely going to come down, take out those lows. Take a closer look at price. Let's go down to the daily. On the daily time frame, we can see that sell program, price going lower in the sell program. And then we got a ton of liquidity. We got a whole bunch of liquidity resting below price. We got a lot of lows below price that we can come down, take out. We got these lows over here, sell side liquidity. So it's definitely setting up to just fall out the bed. So y'all tell me in the chat, y'all still holding on to ZBEC? What's the deal? And you know, how y'all feeling? Matter of fact, let's come to YouTube. Let's come to YouTube. Let's get some of that sentiment. This guy right here, he has no views. Exposing the truth. ZBEC's alleged partnerships uncovered. Okay. That was weeks ago. There, you say you just left a little bit in there just in case. Now look at this hype shit right here. ZBEC, ZBCN, be prepared. Things are about to get crazy. For sure. I got it. I hear you. That's gonna be the title of my next live stream. I'm gonna be like, ZBCN, you must see this. This is about to get nuts. ZBEC. We gonna see. Not much sentiment coming from ZBEC. So to me, it's quiet. A lot of these videos are weeks old. So for me, it is very quiet. Like let's look at the recent history. Let's go out to today, just today alone. And there's nothing really dropping today. Like, you mean to tell me on YouTube nobody's talking about ZBEC today? Yeah, bro, the sentiment out the window. People ain't on this no more. People have left the building. If y'all are still hoping and praying, y'all be aware. ZBEC, ZBCN crash. Is it over? Now, this is the same channel that just said, hey, ZBEC, things about to get crazy. That's crazy. I put ZBEC in the search. ZBEC. Okay, let me see. ZEB. Okay, 6 hours ago. Is Coinbase getting ready to list ZBEC? It don't matter if they list it or not. That don't determine price. This guy right here, y'all famous, y'all love this guy right here. ZBEC token analysis, ZBCN, real-time payment streaming, set the trigger price action, and that shit crashing. Come on now, 5 hours ago. So he's the expert on ZBEC now, right? Okay. But anyway, let's keep moving. ZBCN, ZBEC is on edge of a cliff. FOMO buying pump chasers will get wrecked. Sell XRP for, oh my God. Sell XRP for ZBEC. Warning to all Ripple holders. See, and shit like this will get, instead of, I ain't mean to click on it, but instead of people coming over here and get the real analysis, real data, 5,000 people will go watch this. Telling people sell your XRP for ZBEC, just for your clickbait. Look at the thumbnail. Holding the head. Look, holding the head. Getting the XRP community and all the hype community. That's crazy. And then yet I'm over here giving y'all real analysis, real data. I'm not lying. I don't care if ZBEC lose or win. I'm not in it. I'm just here to give y'all the analysis. I'm here to tell y'all what's the next move for ZBEC, and that's what I've been doing. It is what it is. ZBEC made me do it world tour. ZBEC made me do it world tour. I'm gonna have to go look at this right quick. I find it interesting. What does he mean? ZBEC made me do it. Lenny, you said that guy actually said don't sell it? Catch up. You said could have just took profits and ran. That's interesting. This is what I mean by this space is dry, man. And then everybody trying to tie ZBEC to Ripple and XRP and whatnot. That's the only way ZBEC is getting traction, based on Ripple and XRP, based on what I've been seeing. So that's interesting. That's the sentiment for ZBEC. But it's real quiet at the end of the day. People don't know what the hell. People still trying to ride the hype train. Let's go look at XRP. The sentiment. So look, I'm gonna have to go watch this. But expert predicts XRP to break $265, then $27. Okay, you got to be able to show me. You got to be able to show me who the expert is and what they mean by that. Look at the head holding, and the motherfucker put $8,178 XRP gold standard, and that right there gets 25,000 views. Now, I'm not shaming none of these content creators. I'm not coming at none of them, but what is YouTube doing? What are they? Where are they steering the audience to? Like, when I see shit like that, my mind be like, oh, I'm skipping that. I don't want to see that. Me personally, I don't know if y'all are like that, but when I scroll and I'm looking for information, I'm looking for content, I skip shit like this. I don't click on it. You get what I'm saying? And then we got another favorite guy, XRP staking and passive income. You know, the whole thing, sitting at beach, scenery, not knocking it. Shout out to dudes. So I would click on this before I click on this. But this gets 25,000 views. This gets 6,500 views. Major XRP price prediction. You can't miss this. NASDAQ listing. XRP, aren't y'all tired of this? XRP price will shock you today. And XRP price is only like 230. And how will it shock me today? I just make it make sense. How is it going to shock me today when it's at 230? So it's just crazy. You know, you got to hold your face. Hold your face. But what I'm doing right now, if y'all just joining, man, I'm just looking at sentiment. This is what I do. I come to YouTube. I like to figure out what is retail thinking. What is retail talking about? And this is how I get public sentiment. That's why social media is beautiful, because you can go directly to YouTube and see the sentiment from the public. You can go directly to X and other platforms. You can get direct sentiment. So this is just sentiment analysis. This is just part of sentiment analysis. This is what I do. And a lot of this shit be marketing and hype, and it's crazy. It's not real value, in my honest opinion. It's a lot of regurgitated information. It's a lot of watered down information. I remember being in this space before all of these people was here. That's how long I've been here. Shout out to the old channels that was like really educating and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people wasn't even in this space. They seen the opportunity and started talking about it. Now, y'all could say that the same for me, but no, I'm over here offering you real value, real analysis, real value. Like, we're actually following price real time. We understand that price is algorithmic. These things repeat over and over again. And these concepts aren't going anywhere. They're permanent. They're not going anywhere. These things not going anywhere. XRP still consolidating inside of a 1 hour fair value gap. So just waiting. They might want to hold this in here the entire Asia session, but definitely going into tomorrow, I'm expecting price to start pushing higher for XRP. Let's come back over to BTC. BTC still retracing, still hanging out inside of this ghost pool. And then we got this 1 hour BTC below price. So that's what we're doing so far in the markets. Not too much going on. Ban Internet Dad. What's up? You new. I haven't seen you before. Shout out to you. Shout out to my new subscribers, man. I appreciate y'all joining. Appreciate y'all signing up, subscribing. You're going to get that authenticity over here on my channel. Like, real organic. Not all that hype bullshit. I'm a technical analyst. I'm a day trader. I specialize in futures trading, but I'm also involved in crypto. So this is pure what I do over here. You can learn something. If you want to learn more, sign up to the link in the description for the Patreon. And we just chilling on this too. It's a dry Monday. There's nothing significant going on. Price got some volatility in it, but nothing we haven't seen before. We're on Bitcoin watch as far as it breaking out its all-time high. We just reviewed silver. We reviewed all the major assets in crypto. We reviewed silver that is about to break out. Anything else that y'all want me to review before I get up out of here? Might leave the feed running. We shall see. But anything else that y'all are interested in that has value, don't give me no bullshit. Give me something that has value that makes sense. So y'all let me know in the chat what's something that y'all want to review quickly. I'm not going to give a complete breakdown, but I'm going to give a quick review on it, a quick analysis. Okay, we got Flare. Let's go look at Flare. FLR. ADA. Okay. Let's go look at Flare. Oh. Yeah, it ain't looking good for Flare at the moment. It's in the basement, though. Let me drop out to the 3-month time frame. This is FLR. This shit has not been nothing since it hit the markets. And where's all the hype? Where's all the hype? Matter of fact, let's go to their website, Flare Network. Let's see what they've been working on. Blockchain for data. Most blockchains are for data, so you know that's not nothing interesting to me. Flare is a full stack layer 1 solution designed for data intensive use cases, etc. Building with the best. They got partnerships, Google Cloud. That's the only one I'm familiar with. Foundational technology, enriched data protocols. I remember this whole website was completely different. I remember, you know, it was like the ninja, whatever. They had the little ninja on there, whatever. Who remembers that? But now this shit, they rebranded because that shit was a flop. But now they rebranded, and in my personal belief, they need some type of institutional sponsorship. The Flare Fair, that's interesting. But it looks like they're working over here on their web, you know, based on their website. It looks like they're, you know, whatever. I don't know what they're doing on their end of it. FA assets or whatever. Securely explore XRP 5, BTC 5, and Doge 5. Bridge, trade, lend, and stake for greater liquidity. Now, my thing is with like Flare and decentralized finance, I'm not messing with any type of DeFi. Now, I remember in the Wild Wild West days, we would go over there and mess with DeFi and be all in it and immersed in it. But at this point in the game, I'm not interested in DeFi until we get federal regulations with decentralized finance. Until then, you're gonna get all this shit is up in the air. We don't know what DeFi will look like once everything is regulated, and banks are gonna want to get first dibs on DeFi. It's not gonna just be like, we don't know what it's gonna be like. So I feel like it's a wait and see thing with DeFi. So things like Flare, it's not like a right now in this moment use case right now. For me, right now, they got other solutions that they got to handle before we can get to DeFi. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Y'all might know more than me. Sologenic. I remember Solo. I'll look at it here in a minute. ADA. But if we come back over to Flare, the price of Flare in the basements is 1 penny. Hey, you know, if you take the risk on purchasing Flare at this price, you don't know how long, based on market structure, you don't know how long this will take to eventually come back up and start forming clean price action, clean market structure. So y'all calculate how many FLR tokens you can get at 1 penny and what you might think is significant. I'll leave that for y'all to determine. I'm not invested in it. I'm not interested in it. I know about it. At one point I held it, but now I'm not interested in it. Let's go look at ADA. Let's go look at ADA. Boom, ADA. Cardano retracing. Sideways consolidating. Right now I'm looking at this down close candle right here. That's an order block. Opening price. At a discount. This is a 3-month time frame. So just holding it. I mean, I think Cardano was part of the crypto strategic reserve that Donald Trump wants to include. So I guess they're going to be a significant player. You can see how price trades down to that trend line and respects it. And let's see if it wants to push away. Cardano, ADA, it needs institutional sponsorship. It needs some liquidity sponsored by institutions. That's what it needs. So right now it's just like real dull. If you believe in it, hey, it's currently at 71 cents. That's damn near higher than XLM. That's higher than XDC. That's higher than a lot of these projects. But Donald Trump wants it included in the National Crypto Reserve. So it's definitely a player. It definitely might want to be around. The previous all-time high for ADA was 309. So from 309 down to 71 cents, major opportunities if y'all believe in ADA. So hopefully that makes sense for y'all. Sologenic. Solo. This is a kind of an old one, you know, Solo, layer 2 on the XRPL. See, I've been here, man. Y'all might not think ain't been in this space. I've been here for a very long time. Very long time. I know what I'm talking about. I've been on Solo. I've been on their website. I swapped for some tokens back in the Wild Wild West days, but now I don't play around. There's no time to be fucking around on everything. But right now, trading down inside of a BTC. So it's at a discount. Solo at a discount. I don't know if I potentially would want to take risk on this. Right there. Monthly fair value gap. And it's in the basement. If you was going to pull the trigger, 27 cents, prime opportunity right now, you can't beat it. But my thing is, you can't be in all markets at one time. So you better choose wisely. So Solo is a layer 2. Solo is a layer 2 project on the XRPL. Link. I don't know if I got Link saved. Let me see right quick. Oh, here we go. Chainlink. I have reviewed this before. As you can see, already marked up. And I can't tell you the last time I looked at this. It's been a very long time. So I'm going to go ahead and say back in November 2024 was when the last time I looked at this. And look at the fair value gap that we have been trading inside of ever since then. It's been months since I looked at this. So there you go right there. Been a long time since I looked at this. It's still at discount. Let me zoom out to the 3-month time frame. It's currently trading at 14.51. 14.51. On the 3-month time frame, it's trading down right here inside of this 3-month BTC. Right there. So just hanging out, consolidating, discount, and y'all let me know if y'all are invested in Link. So anything else before I get up out of here? Anything else? Always. Appreciate it. It looks like price kind of want to roll over. Drop down a discount before it starts to move higher. XRP currently consolidating. Let's go out to the daily. Definitely bullish on XRP. Let's go out to the weekly. I want to see it come up higher. If it doesn't want to come up higher, we're just going to consolidate the rest of the week. But I want to see it push up, come up, take out buy side liquidity. 3 to 4 digits by the end of the year. On what market, Daryl? What market? 3 to 4 digits. What market? I don't see XRP being 3 to 4 digits by the end of the year. That might have deflated some of y'all dreams. Oh no, not 3 to 4 digits. No, possibly 2 digits. Then again, we don't know. Like it could get crazy, but I'm gonna aim for 2 digits, not 3 digits, not 4 digits. Not 3 digits, not 4 digits. Definitely, possibly 2. Possibly. And I'm talking about the low tier 2 digits, like $10, $20. $10, $20. And that's kind of like extreme. Like where we at right now, $2.30 going to $10 to $20. That's a lot of price action. So that's very extreme. That'll be insane. So especially if you've been positioned at 20, 10, 30, 40, 50 cents. That's some crazy appreciation in value. But shit, with that being said, man, there's nothing else to really talk about. I'm gonna keep in touch with y'all. If y'all want to sign up for the Patreon, the signals are almost complete. I got my beginner lessons. So if you're brand new to my channel, you could become a community member, get access to my beginner lessons, and coming soon, getting access to the signal services. Y'all go ahead and come over here, look at what y'all want to potentially subscribe to. And it's a dry week. It's going to be a dry summer, in my honest opinion. Don't be distracted by all the chaos that they're bringing, like war in Ukraine and Russia, anything coming out of China, anything. North Korea might pop in there. Battles in the streets of America. They just trying to distract y'all this summer. Don't buy into it. I'm going to be locked in. Like, I'm about to be really locked in with these markets, especially in the futures market. And we're going to just lock in. If y'all want to follow me and kind of learn what I'm doing, y'all come subscribe to the Patreon. I don't have time for the distractions. I'm all business. I don't have time for too much noise. I don't have time to keep up with legislation. I don't have time to keep up with the influencers. None of that shit. We about to lock in and get this money. So that's all that matters at the end of the day. So y'all stay safe. Y'all stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? Take care of yourselves. Y'all come over and sign up to the Patreon. Look at what products y'all want to get into. And I'll holler at y'all on the next time. Peace out.